let's raise some big questions. When will police give up this third degree? Remember, the nature of these third degree in this country is supposed to be illegal. So when will the police, who is supposed to be the lawmakers in this country, give up third degree? How do you sensitize a police force? This is not the first such instance that has taken place in Tamil Nadu or indeed in different parts of the country. And I really want to start with that, because take a look at some of these figures that you're seeing on your screen today. And those figures will tell you what happens in police custody. Every Indian state, several of the Indian states, let's play that graphic again. States like Gujarat, states like Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh have all seen deaths in police custody. And this is extremely troubling because it is against the basic laws of the land. Now, this has happened in Tamil Nadu. It could happen tomorrow in any other part of the country. This has become a political battle because, of course, it's happening in an election year. But beyond the politics, how are you going to ensure that the police force in this country is sensitized? That's the question that must be asked. These custody deaths that seem to have become almost routine in some parts of the country. 31 deaths in Tamil Nadu alone in 5 years. In 2021, there were 4 deaths. In 2022, there were 11 deaths. In 2023, there was 1 death. And then you had 10 deaths last year, and now you have another one this year. The nationwide figures are also troubling. Remember, again, I repeat, this is completely illegal. 146 deaths was in 2017-18, and it's remained pretty consistent. Even in the COVID years, you had deaths in police custody, all of which leads you to that big question about whether there is any sensitization of our police. Okay, I'm joined at the moment on the phone line by A. Sarvanan. He is spokesperson of the DMK. Mr. Sarvanan, you know, this is extremely troubling, and really, you have been a lawyer yourself. You will accept that this is a huge blot on Tamil Nadu, and I've been showing in those graphics, this is not the first time that this has happened.
Yeah, see, this is a gruesome crime. Nobody can escape that. But look at the swift action taken by the government. There are rotten apples in all the forces, black sheeps, who besmirch the good name earned by their colleagues, by their predecessors, all of them. And the main reason for this is a social media post which went viral, alleging that it is the person who was dead responsible for this jewelry theft. And that is the reason it started this hunt, and nobody can justify. It is a gruesome crime, and all of them have been arrested. And the Chief Minister had reached out to the family of the victims, assured them that they will definitely get justice. See, he had no offers, no words. No words can bring back their son who was dead. But what could be done? The reaction, the response to the crime is swift. Howsoever,
but there seems to be, you're saying that, all that the government can do is the response to the crime. But the larger question, Mr. Sarvanan, is that, as I said earlier, this is not the first such case in Tamil Nadu or indeed the country. How does the police, you've transferred the concerned officers. Is that enough in your view? You've been a lawyer. Do you believe something more needs to be done in terms of ensuring stronger deterrent?
See, Rajdeep, this is not just by transferring just the police officers alone, it's not going to be sufficient. The culprits have been arrested. The higher police official has been suspended, immediate superior has been suspended, and the other man has been shunted out to another post. Now the question is, there has to be sensitization programs, there has to be several other things which has to make the police force humane. See, there is a disturbing trend that has been going on for some time in the state of, at least in the state of Tamil Nadu police. What had happened is that people who have been accused of small crimes, they came with their legs broken or hands broken. This was celebrated. This was jeered upon in the social media. All of them celebrated that the police had given the appropriate treatment for them.
Right.
This has been going on for some time. But now the Madras High Court has pulled up the police department and told them that these things should not happen. See, all
You know,
these
you're
things,
saying
all these things.
you're saying that. Let me go for a moment to Sanjay Sahai, former IPS officer who joins us, because at the end of the day, this is an issue where more than the politicians, it's the police, Mr. Sahai, which is under the scanner. The police is supposed to be our law. They are supposed to ensure that the rule of law is maintained by every citizen. But when the law enforcers turn law breakers, what happens? Look at this case. Look at that video. It is shocking beyond belief.
Being a panelist on a discussion of this nature, as being a police officer, I think I can hang my head in shame. That is all I can tell you. But getting back to the question which you have been talking about. So the political class and the police and the bureaucracy in between have been strange bedfellows since quite some time now. So delineating police completely out as an independent entity, I think that is literally taking out the fish out of the water. So what has finally happened is that the police leadership plays ball with the political class. We see in variety of things, but there has to be a limit to which it can be done. And the 24 cases of custodial deaths, which has happened in Tamil Nadu from 21 to 25, I think it gives something sort of a pattern. I presume that most of the deaths would have been accidental or incidental in nature or natural death, but the indications show differently. If you see the nature of injuries on Ajit, I think in the most criminal of the cases also and the worst of the criminals also would not be able to inflict the nature of injuries which
Right.
has been inflicted on this victim. You see the culpability part of it. This fellow is taken to places which is not covered by CCTVs. Let me remind you, Rajdeep, that in 1996 DK Basu case, the arrest formalities, how it should happen in the country, that was given, and that is the law of the land. It is the law
No,
of the
but
land.
surely
And
police officers, sir, surely police officers know the law of the land. The question is, where do they get the belief that they can
if
get
the
away with this?
if the police officers know law of the land, and I presume that you are right, and I'm very happy to know that. But the point is, if they know the law of the land, from where does this audacity come from?
You tell
And if
me.
you know the law, if you know the law of the land, and still you are ready to break it, at the flimsiest of the orders of powers that be, I think there is something seriously wrong. And if
No,
they
so
break
where
this,
do they get, no, that's my point. Where do they get the audacity from, Mr. Sahai?
from the political class.
Ah, okay, Mr. Sarvanan, you want to respond to what you're hearing? The
Yeah,
police
yeah,
officer
yeah.
is saying the
See.
audacity comes from the political class, that they can get away with it.
That's what. See, first and foremost, Mr. Sahai was saying that there were 24 cases of custodial death in the state of Tamil Nadu. That is a wrong statistic. There are only 4 custodial deaths, which amounted to murder. Other things were all in the judicial custody. All these things, deaths happened. See, custodial death, yes, but it happened due to natural causes. That was the magisterial report, and
No,
4
no,
were
I
murders.
said it is incidental, natural, or
Yes,
accidental. I would like to believe so.
it is so, sir. It is so. You can believe
And
us. It is so.
now you are
It
giving
is
the
so.
detail. I'm not debating on those
Wonderful.
positive
Because
factors.
I have all the details of all
Yeah,
these
perfectly fine.
24 cases. So so not only you, sir, it is being propagated all through the social media that this is the highest number of custodial deaths in any state in the last 4 years. In fact, we have brought down the number of custodial deaths in the last 4 years. Only 4 custodial deaths. That is the amount
Can I
of
add
murder.
one more thing?
Please, sir,
Yeah,
please.
please add, please add.
Has police brutality gone down in last 15, 20 years? I'm not talking of political dispensation. It can be any dispensation. Rajdeep also has seen the world, I think, through a very, very sharp lens and a discerning eye. Can anybody on the ground say that police brutality has gone down? Has
Yeah, yeah.
third degree been eliminated? Okay, so the crux of the matter is not 24 cases or 13 cases or whatever cases. The crux of the matter is whether police administration has the empathy to run this country in the manner it should be, and completely in a legal manner, and reacts and responds in the manner which a very sophisticated civilized police should do. 1996 DK Basu case directive, it is more as for breaking it, breaking is the norm and following it is an exception. 2006 case, Prakash Singh versus the Union of India. None of these directives. It has been either delayed or defied, and there will be a number of contempt cases which have been followed by Prakash Singh himself. And worst of it all, 2020, where tech is involved, there is a Supreme Court judgment which mandates that there will be cameras at these places. For 18 months, the recording should be there. There should be audit every single day. And if the video footage is not available, it will go against the police. I think you can do an audit, leave aside Tamil
So what?
Nadu
No.
and
So
compare.
you're saying, Mr. Sahai, if the police reforms were implemented in toto, that would give the police also greater confidence in their own autonomy, and thereby you believe that that could lead to the police also being more accountable. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so there are primarily three things. So one is that there will be delineation from the political class to a substantial degree. It
Number
cannot be
two.
completely.
Number two.
So number two is both professionalism and accountability.
Number three.
Professionalism needs to come. Professionalism and accountability, and whosoever is authority, it can be a state security commission or the government, they will have the guts to take action wherever required.
Okay. I want to ask you,
Today,
therefore, Mr.
today
Saravanan.
objectivity of action is also in question.
Yeah, speaking of action, Mr. Saravanan, in conclusion, the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister has decided to transfer the case to CBI. Somewhere
CBI, yes.
that suggests that the Tamil Nadu police leadership may not be able to, does not enjoy the trust that they can solve the case against their own.
No.
Why
No,
then transfer it to CBI?
No. It does not stem from any kind of lack of confidence in the Tamil Nadu force. See, we have arrested a DMK MP on a serious charge. He was inside the prison for 3 years, 3 months. Then the court granted him bail. See, in the state of Tamil Nadu, howsoever high you may be, the law is above you. That is the dictum the Tamil Nadu police is following. And there is, you cannot point out any case where extraneous considerations played a part. This is,
So
I can assure you.
the courts have forced you in many cases to act against your own. You clearly in an election year want to pass the buck to the CBI so that no one accuses your police of protecting its own.
No, Rajdeep, it's not that way. We want to avoid unnecessary politicization. We know the BJP is there. We know the ADMK is there. We don't want them to give fodder. We have done it. See, the second day, the culprits have been arrested. See, they are comparing this with what happened in Satankulam. Benny and the other person was murdered there in the police station. There was inaction for 10 days. The cops were arrested after 10 days after the court intervened. But this is not the situation here. Of course, the courts are passing orders and we have been obeying them. If we are not happy with that, we are taking them an appeal and getting it stayed. That is one aspect of that. But in the state of Tamil Nadu, law and order is not something which we can complain about.
I'm going to leave it there. I've heard you. I've heard Mr. Sahai. It is clear that the police needs to be accountable and the political class needs to ensure that those who are meant to be law enforcers are sent out a firm message whenever there is a brazen abuse of law in this manner where deaths take place in police custody. Simply unacceptable what happened. The young man's life won't be restored, sadly, but what must be is a sense that there is some kind of justice in this country where howsoever high you are, you cannot violate the law of this land. I appreciate Mr. Sahai and Mr. Saravanan for joining me here on the news today.